me go back to guestbook.php. Unexpected. So
yeah, go back into your code. You got the
oh,
PHP within
yeah,
the PHP
of course.
tag.
So getting a little bit overly happy with the copy function. So okay, inside PHP tag, run the include to include the tracker script. So this page has been viewed one time. So you can move that around to, let's say, the bottom if you want to put the tracking at the bottom. And let's see, yeah, let's add it right before, actually right after the end center.
And
but in
we
this
need
case,
some new PHP tags.
So I should have done this first. Put it on the bottom of the script. Anyway, so the full line, open PHP tag, close PHP tag, include the tracker before the document ends. Refresh. This page has been viewed 2 times. Of course, we could space it out, make it look a little bit nicer, but that's the point. Now if we go back to the database, rerun that select, now we can tell how many times the guestbook has been hidden
and by who,
and who's accessed it. So we've, in one line of code and only one PHP error, we've gotten tracking on the guestbook page.
Cool. So I guess now what we'd be interested in doing is basically write some type of results page that the admin or webmaster would use to see exactly what's going on.
Right. As you can see, this would get very hard to read quickly if you had people browsing your site and had hundreds of records in here. It'd be nice to have this more neatly formatted out and give a few nice tracking features. So what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and start on a stat tracking script. So open up a new script, and let's see. First thing we need to do, of course, open up a PHP tag. And then we need to go and we need to establish a connection to the database, exactly the same as we had in other pages. So I'll just go ahead out of the tracker script, grab its connection. 3 lines necessary, connect to the database, grab the right database to use. So now inside of the tracker, what we're interested in doing is looking at those records and pulling them out, very similar to doing the select star. But we need to put them in order and maybe add a little bit of grouping to it. So let me go ahead and set up the query. So $, query equals going to select star from the tracker table. Select star from tracker, and as I look around, now instead of, because just select star wouldn't really give you any advantage over just looking at the results through Telnet, or the MySQL Monitor. And so what we're interested in doing is giving this output back in a few different formats. In this case, we're going to group it by IP, so you can see how many views each person has, or how many times each person has viewed certain pages. So group by IP. So then we'll go ahead and run that query. Connection, and let's see. So now we need to let me look over this just a second. Actually, I'm going to do this part a little different. This was to show, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is just showing how many individual people have hit the site. So let me do this a little different. Count. So count how many people there were that actually hit the site. So then I'll do $. I just need to be $result equals. Alright, so we're going to be running this query, getting results back, storing it in $result, and then we're going to echo the number of results we got back. I might go ahead and make the little $views variable just to make it a little bit clearer. $views equals MySQL result. Again, just getting result like last time in the guestbook script. $result and 0 since we're doing a select count star, and the actual field we want is just that count star. So paste that in. So now we've got the number of views. So alright, now we've got the number of individual people that have hit the site. So if one person hits the site 10 times, that's still just one person. If a second person hits the site 20 times, that's only a second person. So that's how this part of the script is going to count the people. So echo, let's see. So echo $views dot UNI, so unique IPs. And let's see. So that's the first part of the tracking
Which we
script.
could go ahead and close off the PHP tag and actually execute it just for
Okay.
some testing purposes.
So we'll close that off, and let's save this as stats.php. So let's see if that works. And apparently there's... Alright, so what happened? Blank number, so obviously views didn't get set, so we didn't get anything back from
we're
this.
missing an S.
MySQL result.
Down one line.
Oh, good one. I was about to go and debug the whole query and everything.
No.
Good. Okay, good.
That's why I wanted you to run it. Ta-da!
Okay. 11. Okay, that's where I needed to do the syntax a little different. That's counting all the records grouped by IP. So that's the number of times one person's hit it. I see why you do have to do select star, so that grabs everything, and then use, instead of equals a MySQL result, do MySQL num rows. And give that $result. So see how many rows, or how many individual people. So 2 unique IPs.
Now, what you might want to do is go ahead and take a second and explain why you
I changed that. All right, select count. That was going in, and it was grouping by IP. The reason you do that is if you were, say you have. All right, let me see if I can show this. So you have, if you wanted to do a select count, say. Actually, I can probably just type out the SQL to do that right here.
Yep.
Select star from tracker. Let's see, select. Okay, so the first one I did, select star. Let me select both star and count star from tracker group by IP. Alright, that's what I was getting at. Count is very useful for if you want to return a few records, but then figure out how many of this record we have, how many of this record we have. So we're grouping by IP, so it's going to throw, just grab in the actual rows that it displays, you're only going to get one of every IP that happened to be in the database. In this case, there was only 2, so it grouped it by 2. What the count thing did is it went in there. That's what makes group really useful. Is that you still have the number of times this IP has hit the site stored in that count star. But the overall number of IPs is only 2. So that's where we wanted to get the MySQL num rows, which will return, we see this, the select star return 2 rows, and that MySQL num rows is going to hold that number. So you can tell, that way you can tell that 2 unique IPs have hit the site. Okay. So moving along, we want to go and show some actual page views based on based on various pages. So in this, we're going to select. So echo. Let's say. Let's extend the script a little bit more. So echo.
So basically, what you're doing now is setting it up to show how many times each page has been viewed.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So here are page views, and let's see. I might change this in a second, but for first it's going to be used to show each page how many times each page has been viewed. So to do that, let's run another query, and a quick way of speeding things up is grabbing an old query and modifying it. So this new query will be select star. So let's see, select star, count star from